Hey Oddings, before we get into this week's episode, I want to really quickly tell you about one of our sponsors, Honey. Honey helps you find the best deals online. It finds discounts and coupons across 37,000 sites like Amazon, Best Buy, and more. So when you're ready to check out after shopping online, the Honey add-on will automatically let you know if there are any available deals. I needed to buy a Father's Day gift for my dad, and I was able to knock off $50 off a smartwatch Fitbit because of a deal Honey alerted me of. Not that I'm against paying full price for a gift for my dad, but it is always very exciting to save money. Look, there's really no reason not to use Honey. It's free to use and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. So shop with confidence. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/ss. Honey, the smart shopping assistant that saves you time and money when you're shopping online. And now, back to the show.
Hey, I'm Sapphire.
Want to hear something scary? Under the bed. The following is a true story that was shared by Xochitl Garcia, who was the fiance of our animator, Johnny Ashley. This is her father Henry's encounter with the paranormal. My name is Henry Paul Garcia. When I was about 5 years old in 1945, something happened to me that, to this day, neither I nor the rest of my family can explain. So every summer, my family would stay with my abuela in Guadalajara, Mexico. She lived in a cramped apartment house known as a vecindad. It was just one narrow hallway with 8 single-room units leading up to one wash area, shared by all of the tenants. My abuela's unit in particular was very tight. There were many of us that had to squeeze into the small quarters, but we made it work. Packed into one room, it was myself, my sisters Teresa, Cristina, Irma, and Mercy, my mother Consuelo, my tia Vera, my tio Roberto, my abuela, and my aunt's dog Changa. Changa had always been protective of me. When I was a toddler, she'd grab me by the diapers if I tried to walk onto a busy street. So this one summer, my sister Teresa and I were playing on one side of the room while the rest of our family was chatting on the other side. I was sitting on my abuela's bed, my short legs swinging in the gap between the bed and the wall, as me and my sister were laughing and joking around. Suddenly, I felt someone grab my right leg and pull it down to the floor. Thinking it was one of my sisters under the bed, I shouted, "Hey, let go!" But the hand only gripped tighter. And I know that I was very young and small at the time, but I remember that hand feeling very, very large. It had a hold on almost my entire calf and ankle. I tried to kick my leg free, but it wouldn't budge. I was getting annoyed with whoever was messing around with me, so I leaned over the side of the bed to ask them to let go once more. But as I leaned over, I fell quiet, because there was no hand on my leg. I couldn't see anything, but I could absolutely feel it, and it was still not letting go. I started screaming and crying, frantically trying to break my leg free. Teresa didn't know what to do and started screaming with me. That's when everyone else came over to see what was wrong, including Changa. She ran under the bed, barking and yelping at whatever was holding my ankle. Moments later, she skidded out from underneath the bed, like she was shoved, but hard. She ran back under, and again, she was thrown across the tiles. This happened over and over several times. Next, my tio Roberto came and tried to wrench me loose, but even with his strength, he couldn't pull my leg out from the gap. The large, invisible fingers squeezed even tighter. And then my abuela had a thought. See, there were rumors that when the Spanish conquered Mexico, they didn't trust the banks to carry their gold, so they hired natives to bury the treasure in secret locations. But after the hole was buried and the treasure was secured, they'd kill the natives, so they could never disclose the location to anyone. The Spanish then believed that their spirits would stop anyone from coming near the gold. It was also said that these spirits do not like excessive cursing. So, that's just what my abuela did. And boy, could she curse.
Cabrón, que tú vengas a la
Desgraciado. Vengas al demonio.
I felt the phantom fingers loosen their grip. It worked. When I could move my leg again, I jumped off the bed and ran towards the other side of the room with the rest of my family. We all began praying together. Years later, we reflected on this traumatic incident with my abuela. She told me that she remembered a while ago the two women who owned the apartment building had disappeared without a trace. They did, however, leave behind a large, dug-up hole in the yard. That got people talking.
Now, no one knows if the women actually found treasure or not, my abuela said. But I wouldn't be surprised. So maybe there is more buried treasure around here somewhere, but I don't think we should go looking for it.
I'm 78 years old now. To this day, my siblings and I don't hang our feet over the side of beds. And I'm not a superstitious man, so I know that may sound a little silly. But that's how much that night affected us. Maybe it was a ghost, maybe it wasn't.
Like I say, nobody can ever say what really happened, what it really was. How can you know?
Thank you to all of our patrons. If you'd like to join our VIP program and get access to ad-free episodes of Something Scary, visit patreon.com/snarled. I know you love scary stories, and what's scarier than real life? I want to tell you about an amazing show that I know you'll love. American Hysteria is a podcast that explores moral panics like stranger danger and satanic ritual abuse, urban legends like poison Halloween candy and phantom clowns, and conspiracy theories like the gay agenda and the Illuminati. These are all crazes that I know you've heard about, but this show dives deep into those topics and explores what they say about us as Americans. It's a well-researched and entertaining show hosted by Chelsea Weber-Smith, a former fantastical thinker and growing skeptic. They give a sometimes heartfelt, sometimes hilarious, sometimes horrifying look at how American freakouts shape our history, psychology, politics, and culture, and makes us all into believers, one way or another. I actually had the joy of interviewing Chelsea, and you'll be able to hear that conversation in next week's episode. They really know their stuff. From Skylark Media, you can now binge all of Season 1, and Season 2 has already begun. Subscribe to American Hysteria wherever you get your podcasts. Want more Something Scary? You can hear more stories over on the Something Scary podcast, available for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. The links are in the description below. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at somethingscary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, sweet dreams.